Greetings, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in this week to Buying Black with Kim Steward. I am Kim Steward. Oh, that's the one I want. I am Kim Steward. I am your host, and I am so glad that you are tuning in. I'm asking that you please share this broadcast so that others can listen and watch. And we are always about collaboration over competition. Let me put that up as well. Collaboration over competition. And we just want to showcase and share Black and Brown businesses in the nation. And we have a special guest for you today. But first, before I introduce her, I am going to ask that you all please get out your notebooks and that pen and paper, get pen and paper out so you can take notes, because at the end of the show, the first person that answers my question correctly in the comments gets a $50 gift certificate, a gift card to shop wherever you want at any of the businesses that I have interviewed thus far. And to see which businesses I've interviewed, you can go to my Instagram page and check out my highlights that say biz, or does it say Black Biz? Business chat. You'll be able to see it because it has the Buying Black with Kim Steward logo on the front of my highlights, and you can see all the businesses there. And I'll also have to put them in some type of comments so you guys could just go straight to their pages, check out what they do. But let me introduce our special guest today, Sonia Williams Floyd. She is the founder and creative director of Moments That Matter. Whether you're looking to throw an over-the-top lavish event or host your signature event, Sonia can put it together for you. She has been planning social and business events for over 10 years. Sonia is the founder and creative director of Moments That Matter, a boutique event planning firm that specializes in creating both live and virtual signature events for women-owned service-based businesses. Sonia's passion for helping women reach their goals and dreams is a perfect match for her mantra, because you matter. She's currently pursuing her certification in life coaching with emphasis in goal setting for success. Her recently launched blog, Inspire, Uplift, Ignite, was inspired by her journey from trauma to triumph, as well as an online community with the same name where women can find encouragement and support. A native of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, she was educated in the Philadelphia public school system, where she discovered a love of computers. She attended and graduated from the Computer Learning Center of Philadelphia. She has over 20 years of experience in the world of information and technology. Sonia currently resides in Townsend, Delaware. When she's not busy planning or coordinating an event, she enjoys spending time with her family and loved ones, contributing to her church, or encouraging other entrepreneurs to keep pushing forward. She's a definite believer in operating in your God-given gifts and talents. Please welcome to the show, Sonia Williams Floyd. Hey, Sonia, how are you?
Good, Kim. How are you? Thank
Wonderful.
you for having me on the show.
Oh, thank you so much for just saying yes, that you be on the show.
Absolutely.
Now, tell me, first of all, just tell me a little bit about your business. How did you even get started in event planning?
I started the business. I established the business in 2007, and basically it grew out of a passion from planning events for family and friends. And I just decided that, I really liked doing that. I loved being able to just create a vision and give that vision life. And so I decided to start a business. And that's where it all came from.
So how did your business have to pivot with COVID? Because usually event planning is more than 20 people, 50 people, and
Sure. Well, there were a couple of there were actually 3 shifts that Moments That Matter took from 2020 to now.
Okay.
So with the event industry, as you know, once things shut down, there were no live events. Let me say that live events just weren't happening. And so, um, just like the world, the event industry began to shift to virtual. So I began to shift from live events to virtual events. And the virtual event space is like, it has grown um,
Tremendous.
exponentially just
Yeah.
in the last year, because when you think about it, when we first did Zoom, right, it was just like a session like you and I are having. Now you've got
Right.
breakout rooms. Now you have where you can set up a lunch ticket through DoorDash or something, and you can have lunch right there. You can virtually, so
Wow.
that
Oh
whole
my goodness.
event space has just pivoted, shifted, and turned. And so
Yeah.
the second shift that Moments That Matter took was, we actually, in 2020, in the midst of COVID,
Uh-huh.
we began doing our coaching for aspiring
Mm.
event planners. So now
Okay.
I'm coaching inspiring event planners from New York, and I'm not even leaving my house, right? So
Wow.
again, that whole event space has just shifted. And then lastly, um, because of COVID, we've also launched our virtual assistant package to the
I saw
event
that.
planning menu. Yes. So now,
Okay.
not only can we help the business owner plan and coordinate their event, we can also help them with their front end office administrative task.
Wow.
Email management, calendar management, all types of stuff that we can do, help them virtually so that they can focus on what matters most to them.
I love that. And I saw that because, I'm a big fan of now courses, digital courses. So is it
Mm-hmm.
a course or is it a one-on-one when they buy your package? Is that a one-on-one class or is a digital course for the
So for the
virtual? And-
No, so actually what happens is, just like you would hire me to coordinate your event, you're hiring me to be your front office. So I'm
Oh,
doing,
I
yeah.
see.
So I'm your
Oh,
assistant, but I'm here in
I
Delaware and
see.
you're there,
Okay.
right?
So,
So
I
yeah,
thought you were teaching. Okay. I thought you were teaching
no,
that.
girl,
So the
now
coaching though,
you about to
right.
start something else now.
Yeah, because I'm thinking you're teaching other VAs because I see that VAs are
Yeah.
teaching other VAs because
Hmm.
it's a big thing. So, but for the coaching, your life coaching, is that a life coach class, the other class, or how does that one work?
So the life coaching, that is a whole separate entity. And what
Okay.
happens is that kind of morphs into the whole event planning
Okay.
coaching, because again,
Okay.
my focus is goal setting and accountability. So
Right.
as I'm coaching the aspiring event planners, we're setting
Yeah.
goals, we're setting milestones for them to
Yeah.
reach by the time their course is over.
I,
So yeah.
okay. Wow, that's a lot. So for the course for the event planners, is that a one-on-one course or is that a digital course?
That is a one-on-one course, and we meet
Okay.
pretty much just like you and I are on Zoom or Google
Okay.
Meet, and we talk about where they are in their business, because some of them are just starting out, some of them are a
Yeah.
little bit further along, and we talk about the key areas that they feel they need help in,
That's nice.
and go over some of the foundations, the basics, choosing your name, getting your license, all of that all that
Wow.
foundational stuff. So we kind of
Yeah.
take them from beginning to end. Just depends on where they are when they start with
Right.
us.
Okay. So for the coaching class for the event planners, how much is that? How much
So
would it
we
be
have
for that?
so for the event planning, so you want to be an event planner, our
Right.
price starts at $497.
Okay. And so to create a digital event compared to a live event, or is anybody doing live events anymore right now? I don't think it's even legal,
You
is it?
know,
Because people are having
it's
weddings.
so
Some people
people
are having
are
weddings.
still People are still doing live events. They're still on a smaller scale,
Okay.
but they are still doing them. Um, However, I really feel I just met with a motivational speaker the other day, and she was telling me that she wants to do a retreat in 2022, and she wants to do a live retreat, which I can totally understand that. But
Yeah.
a lot of coaches and consultants that I work with, they are mainly gravitating to the virtual world because
Cool.
financially it just makes sense. And
Right.
given the state that we're in right now, we're still, in the pandemic and all of that stuff, and we want to stay safe. So the virtual event space just covers that all.
Right. So how much does a virtual event cost?
A virtual
Or I know
event,
it's the range, you know. So
right.
what's the range? Yeah.
It really kind of depends on the individual's needs, and
Okay.
it's also driven too by what they may already have in place, right? So it's
Okay.
a difference if I'm providing the Zoom, or if they're providing,
Mhm.
the application. And it just kind of depends on what they want. Are they looking to do, are they doing a full day? Are they doing a half day?
Mhm.
Are you wanting like a DJ to do music in the background?
Oh,
Again, like with the DoorDash, or what's the other one? Grubhub,
Uber
I
Eats.
think it is.
Oh,
Uber
Grubhub.
Eats,
Yeah.
yeah. Uber Eats,
Yeah.
you can set that up where the person can order a certain amount,
Wow.
$10, $15, and have it delivered.
Really?
So yeah, so
Oh, wow.
you can do
I hadn't heard
your
of that one.
breakout. Yeah, you can do your breakout and your lunch, and everybody's still together even though they're virtual, which is so
Wow.
awesome. And then the breakout rooms, you can do the vendors if you're doing vendor space. Do
Oh,
the
wow.
vendors in the breakout room. So yeah, this virtual space is amazing, and it's just so awesome to see how it just took off since
Yeah.
2020.
I
It just
hadn't
went
even
in
heard.
all different directions.
Yeah.
You
What
can
else
do
can
your
you do?
you can do your digital swag bags. So if
Yeah.
someone
I heard of that.
yeah, has a product, they can send it to the attendees. It gets sent out to the attendees electronically, and they get their little perks, their little gifts, or
So tell
whatever
us
you
how that
choose to
works,
put in
because
your
some
swag
people
bag.
don't know what a swag bag is, or especially a
Okay.
digital swag bag. So explain that.
So if you think about when you've gone to a conference or workshop, and when you go in, you get a little it's actually a little bag, right? And it has all
Yeah.
kinds of little tchotchke stuff in it. It might have keychains, it might have pens, it may have a book or notebook or notepad. And I don't even know if people still use notepads. I do. I'm a pen and
Yeah.
paper girl.
I
um,
I do
I,
sometimes. Sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a pen and paper girl. Even though, I put it in my phone, I still have to write it. It's something about writing it that just makes it stick for me. But
Right.
so, people are doing so in the digital world. Let's say, so I created some journals. I can
Okay.
send you the PDF of my journal
I
because I want
see.
that to be one of my gifts in the swag bag.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay.
sending you that as a
Wow.
gift. And then you have some people who literally they may package up something, to send
And
out,
send.
and yep, and
Wow.
send it out. So it just
And
really
so it gets
depends
there
on
by the time they have the event.
exactly.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That I've seen
Yeah.
before, where everybody opens up something at one time and
At
it's
one
really cute.
time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or they
Yeah.
do a painting class.
Oh
Oh, I
yeah.
like that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so intriguing to me. I never heard of that, where you can all have lunch together and you can
Mm-hmm.
Uber. So the person that's throwing the event pays for
Mm-hmm.
everybody's um, food. How does that work?
It could be, or it depends if it's a paid event. So if it's a
Okay.
paid event and you've
Oh,
paid, I don't know, $97, $100 for the event, a portion of that might go towards your lunch or your breakfast or whatever
Yeah.
it is that you're ordering. And it may just be that, there's a cap on it. So I've been to events where it's like you order $15 for your lunch,
Okay.
whatever that
Okay.
looks like for you. And DoorDash brings it to my door. I'm in the
Wow.
meeting and I have my lunch, and we're going on with the conference or the
Cool.
meeting. Mm-hmm.
That is
It
cool.
it
I
is.
haven't heard of vendors, and yeah, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Do
that a
your
lot.
vendors have a room for breakout sessions, and
Yeah.
yeah, a room where your sponsors are for your events. It's just so, this whole virtual world is like, it just took off.
Yeah, it did, because a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people at first when COVID happened, because our son is, a couple months after COVID started, he wanted to have a birthday party. He couldn't. So we had
Mm-hmm.
people send him, little wishes and stuff. So we put a little video
Mm-hmm.
together. But
Mm-hmm.
by the time, after that, people were having Zoom birthday parties. But it's
Birthday
like,
parties. Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's like, how do you do that? So now I have some more ideas, and that's
Yeah,
good.
and
So go ahead. How?
what's so awesome about it is that people that probably wouldn't have been able to make it for whatever
Yeah,
the reason, whether it's cost, whether it's distance, what, they can still be a part of it. And I just
yeah,
think that is so awesome, because you just never know
yeah,
who's going to, well, you want to be careful who pops in on you, but
yeah.
people that normally wouldn't, be able to
Get
show up
together.
or come are there.
Yep.
Your reach is much broader with the virtual events.
Yes, I agree. So what do you think once things are back to normal? Do you think that we're still going to be utilizing this virtual platform for events, or at least
I
have?
really,
Because some of these,
think we are.
I
I
think so
really
too.
think we are.
Yeah.
I think, especially for business meetings, conferences, seminars. I was a part of a book launch last year, and I think there were two people. One was from Nigeria, and I can't remember the other place, but like, it was global, just
Wow.
because of being in that whole virtual space.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think I think this is our new normal, as they call it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think more so for maybe like the weddings and stuff like that, you'll want to
Right.
do live. But
Right.
yeah,
But even
yeah.
with wedding photographers, especially the videographers, they are now offering, including in the package, okay, this can be
Mm-hmm.
zoomed to, other people
Yes.
if they have this. So
Mm-hmm.
that might be part of the new normal as well. Like, if
Oh,
you're a
definitely.
videographer, we're adding Zoom to this as well, because
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
They can
so
stream it.
they
Mm-hmm.
can stream it. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's something. So tell me about your online community where the women can
So
find encouragement.
So the online community, Inspire, Uplift, Ignite, and I got to step back for a minute, because I love what you said when you were in the beginning about collaboration over competition. And
Yes.
so that's kind of the type of that's the environment that I'm creating with Inspire, Uplift, Ignite. So Inspire, Uplift, Ignite is is an online community where women can come together. These women, they could be business owners, they could be aspiring business owners, and what we do is come together and support one another to help build your business, to be a support, to just be someone to kind of bounce things off of, because we all need that. And actually, on Tuesdays, we do Girl Talk Tuesday, and we could talk about anything, any subject, any topic, just talking, just kind of letting our hair down and relaxing a bit. And then, thank you. On the 13th of April, we're going to start. I'm sorry, not the 13th, the 18th of April, we're going to start collaboration, conversation, and coffee. And so
Ooh.
that'll be, bringing in some business owners, talking about their business, what they do, how they do, who they serve, how they got started. Just again, doing that whole collaboration thing and bringing business owners, women, especially women business owners together.
Love that.
So
Love that. So how can someone get in this community? Is it a paid community, or can anyone join that's a business owner or aspiring business owner?
anyone can join. It's a free group on Facebook.
Okay.
So yeah, you can just go right to this page,
I
Inspire,
already know
Uplift,
this. I
Ignite.
just joined it actually.
I saw that.
But
I saw
for
that.
the viewers, whoever would like to join, because I also have a similar Facebook group that's just about the same, basically the same thing, just aspiring business owners. So I'll have to invite you to that one as well, because
Yes,
I would
please
love your
do.
input. And yeah, because it's definitely,
Please do.
collaboration over competition for sure. We have to keep,
It,
uplifting each other and keep each other
yes,
inspired. And yes,
yes.
because a lot of us entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs, weren't raised in that type of family where we saw it every day. We saw our
Right.
parents working hard every day and doing that,
Mhm.
and we may want to do something different. And we
Right.
need other people that understand and can,
It's,
keep us
yep,
accountable.
coming together with like-minded people. I just had a conversation with a girlfriend of mine earlier today, and I was sharing with her that, you know, this thought crossed my mind, and I just kind of like had a vision of my dad, and I just remember, like, again, to your point, watching my mom and dad work for an employer for years and
Yeah.
years and years, and then they retired. Well, those days are like, they're not here anymore, where you get that longevity to work for an employer for years and years and years. So it's there's always a downsizing or something happening, and that's actually what happened to me in 2018. And as part of the downsize that I went through, I found myself reinventing myself.
Yeah.
And so I thought, well, if I'm doing this, there's surely other women who need help and support. And to know that, just because you're at a certain age, you can still dream, you can
Yeah.
still aspire
Yeah.
to become who you were called to be. And
Definitely.
so
And never too late. Never too
never
late.
too late.
Never too late. I agree with that 100%. Absolutely. So
Yes.
on that note, what would
Mhm.
you, because I know there are viewers now that are either watching this live or the replay that are looking to start their business. They're on the fence. They're not sure. They want to know, first of all, a good piece of advice and how to start. What advice would you give them?
Well, the first thing I would advise would be to really, really, you got to pray about what it is that you want to do. You got to start
Definitely.
with prayer. That's the
Definitely.
foundation right there.
Yeah.
Because what you don't want to do is, you don't want to start out doing something and investing money and time,
Yeah.
and then to discover that that's really not your gift, that's really not where the Lord would have you to be.
Right.
So and I believe that, I'm a true believer in the fact that the word says that your gift will make room for you. So
Yeah.
operating in your gift is key. So definitely pray about it. And then you want to seek out a mentor
Yes.
or a coach, and even if you're not seeking out a quote unquote paid mentor or coach, maybe you find a Facebook group
Yeah.
where the participants are doing what you want to do, and
Yes.
follow them, shadow
Yeah.
them, find out if
Yes.
there's someone that you can shadow, or just kind of see what they do, ask them why they do what they do, what made them start their business, those sorts of things. So definitely you want to pray, you want to find someone that you can shadow, whether that's a mentor or a coach or a Facebook group, because you really want to make sure that that's what you want to do before you
Yeah.
really start to
Or you get
invest.
there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I love that. And a lot of times women and men actually, but Black women, we almost don't want to ask for help. We want to figure it
Yes.
out ourselves and take the long way and the long route. And,
And you
but there's
what?
so many people that are willing to give that help.
That yes. So take it, and I want to say take advantage of it, but I mean take advantage of it in a good way, right? You're not
Yes,
taking advantage of a person, but you're taking
right.
advantage of the fact that somebody is willing to give you a helping hand, lend you a helping hand. And there was something you said, and I lost it. Oh gosh. But yeah, you that's one thing about me. Like I would probably like give away my whole house if somebody asked me. Because I love helping
Uh-oh, you're gonna
people.
have a whole bunch of people asking you now.
I love helping people and I love seeing people succeed, you know?
Yeah.
And so, I had a coach one time that was like, Sonia, you just give away the whole store. You can't do that. And I'm like, well, they said they needed this or they needed that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's,
I'm the same way. And my coach just told me that too. Actually,
uh,
she said,
mhm,
you can monetize on your intellectual property. You
mhm,
can monetize. So, of course, give some, of course, share the
right.
knowledge that you have, but you can also package it into something nice and
Absolutely.
and sell
Mhm,
that and let people,
mhm,
because especially if you are the type that has gotten all these bits and pieces from, Google, YouTube, podcasts, and things like that. Yeah,
mhm.
that's a lot of information that you've already gathered. Why would somebody else want to go ahead and do the same thing when you have it already pieced together?
Right.
So
Yeah.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that. Just
Yeah.
like you do with
Yeah.
your coaching and things like that.
Mhm.
Yes, I just have to get a little bit of these comments. I like to make sure I don't miss anything. Good evening, Minister Tangela. And this is my Sands Erica. Thank you, Sands. And this is Pastor Faye. This is so good. Great information on virtual events. Necessity is the mother of invention. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Yes. And so Anita says, you right, Kim. Thank you. And this is one of my fellow photographers. He's also a firefighter, Joshua. Yes, I see you. Thank you. So my next question is, let me go through my notes. Who has been your best mentor in all of this?
Mm, my best mentor. Um, I would probably have to say I have a couple mentors.
Okay. Okay.
And from a event planning perspective would be a woman by the name of Cheryl Borman. And I did an internship with her some years ago. And that's a great way to learn as well. I
Yes.
did an internship with her. She was the owner of a company called Perfect Weddings. I think it was Perfect Weddings out of Berwyn, Pennsylvania. And so again, I watched her, I studied under her.
No.
She taught me a lot of tricks of the trade.
Yes.
She taught me what not to do, as well as what to do.
Yeah.
So definitely Cheryl. Um, I would say my mother was a great
Nice.
influence on me.
Yeah.
She has always encouraged me to pursue my goals and dreams and, to go after what I want.
I
So,
love that.
yeah,
I love that. I love that. So
yeah.
when God gives you ideas, he instills them because he does that a lot. He does
Hmm.
it a lot for me for sure because I'm always writing down little ideas that he gives me. How does God
Hmm.
give you your ideas? And because the creativity is just all over you. So
It's funny because some nights I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't figure out why I'm awake.
mhm.
And then God will begin to download something into my spirit. And I remember one time this was happening, and I was like, okay, I got it. Okay, I'm gonna write it down when I wake up, right?
Later. Oh no.
I could not go to sleep. I had to
Until you go
literally get my phone out and I had to record what he was giving me,
Wow.
right? So that then, and after I did that, I was able to lay down and go back to sleep.
Yeah.
And then the second way is when I'm doing an event, and sometimes the client might say, I'll let you run with what the decor looks like. All I want is maybe they just love roses or lilies or something, and they say, do whatever you do, but I just want to have this flower. And so
Wow.
I'm like, okay, Lord, what are we going to
Right.
do? And so literally, he will show me a vision. And I remember he will show me a vision for the event. And I remember there are two times I remember. Once I was standing in Joanne Fabrics. I went to go get some supplies. And I was like, okay, Lord, this is the budget. What we going to do? And he literally showed me what to get, and there were materials on sale and on clearance, and I was like, yes, this is working. This is going to be great. So that was one time. And then
That's
another
awesome.
time, and it's amazing, like because I God has given me some creativity, but I ain't that creative. It's him working through me.
Through you, of course.
But there was one time I was using these gel beads, they call, and what they do is in water, if you use the clear ones, you can't. Yeah. So, and they allow like the flowers to float on top of them and things like that. So this was my first time using them, right? And I'm like, oh Lord, I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
And so I'm in the kitchen. Now, mind you, I literally woke up. It was the wee hours of the morning. And I woke up and I'm in the kitchen with my distilled water and the gel beads in this bucket thing. And I'm pouring this water in there, trying to see how this thing is going to work and what it's going to look like. And I look up and my husband is standing there looking at me like, what are you doing? It's 3:00 in the morning. But I couldn't go to sleep until I figured this thing out. I had to, So I'm in the kitchen like the mad scientist trying to.
Oh yeah. My kids, my son actually filled up the bathtub one time with those gel beads, and they expanded, and it was horrible because you can't let them go down the drain.
Right.
Oh, it was a hot mess. It was a hot mess. So I know those beads that you're talking about.
Yes.
Because they were supposed to. My daughter had them in a foot bath or something that was supposed to be like a massager, and he decided to put him in the bathtub for some reason, and it was a mess. But anyway, before we wrap up, how can everyone get in touch with you? Actually, before we wrap up, I'm going to ask everybody a question, and the question is, where is Sonia? Where is she from? Where is she a native from? That is the $50 gift card question. Did you all take your notes? And can you answer that question? Whoever answers this question correctly in the comments gets a $50 gift card to whichever business they would like to use it at. Any business that I have interviewed. Any of the business I've interviewed from October till now. Anyone? Where is Sonia from? Where is she originally from? Let's see. No one's answering. Should I ask another question? What do you think, Sonia? Oh, she says Florida. Nope, it's not Florida. Thank you, though. Philly. Jamari, good job. Somebody was taking notes.
Taking notes, yay.
Good job, yay. Awesome. So he gets the $50 gift card. So make sure you get with me, Jamari, and we will make sure. Yes, you got it. I got it again. Perfect. Perfect. So where can everybody get in touch with you and utilize, especially the virtual events? Because I'm interested in that because I love the virtual space, and I've even done some virtual photography sessions, and
Okay.
it was awesome. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love to
Great.
do something, when I have an event to plan or whatever. He said, "Glory." I know that's right. Perfect.
Wow. So yeah, I can be reached, excuse me, you can find me on Facebook at MTM Event Planning. I am also on Instagram on MTM_event planning. And you can email me at info@mtmeventplanning.com, or you can call me at 302-838-6125.
Awesome. And her website is
Yes.
www.mtmeventplanning.com. So thank you so much, Sonia, for coming on the show. You gave us some
Thank you,
amazing
Kim.
information. Yes. And I'm going to invite you to my group, and
Yes.
we will all join your group as well. My group is, I just started it last week. I forgot the name already. It is the Female Boss Tribe Mastermind Group. That's what it is. The Female
Awesome.
Boss Tribe Mastermind Group. If anybody that is an aspiring business owner, aspiring entrepreneur wants to join both of our groups, because we will be active in both, because I just love that whole idea. So, and definitely we're all about collaboration over competition. So we will be here for one another. It was so good talking to you and finally meeting with you. We've been emailing forth.
Yeah. So yeah, it's so good being here. Thank you again. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, I'll talk to you soon. Have a great night.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
you too. Bye-bye.